And to the major disruptions across this country tonight. More signs of the world's biggest economy actually shutting down children home from school. Now 8 states, as I mentioned, canceling school in their states. Empty shelves across this country at grocery stores, and more major sporting events have now been canceled. And word coming in tonight from actor Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. ABC's Matt Gutman now with the images from across this country.
Tonight, more signs of the world's biggest economy creaking to a halt. Disney today canceling the production of all live-action films in the pipeline. Hours later, Netflix, then Warner Brothers following suit, halting productions in the U.S. and Canada. Universal and Disney also shutting their theme parks. The U.S. entertainment industry is valued at an estimated $700 billion a year, and the shutdowns are engulfing sports, too. NASCAR and Golf's Masters announced postponements today, joining nearly every major league sport, the NHL, Major League Baseball, and soccer, and others calling a timeout, including the NBA. The Utah Jazz's Rudy Gobert, who tested positive after mockingly touching reporters' microphones at a news conference, apologized, but his team is now testing dozens of people. The Boston Marathon pushing the race to September, and the ripples reaching down into local economies, too. In hard-hit Washington state, overall business is down 10%. The state hammered with over 30 coronavirus deaths. Hotel spending down more than 50%. Restaurants down 30%. The ever-present threat of quarantine triggering panic buying. Now, these shelves are bare. Typically, they're restocked every night. But economists tell us with the global supply chain screeching to a halt, shelves like this might just stay bare.
Farmers aren't going to be able to get their work done. Truckers aren't going to be able to ship the food from the farm to the store shelves. Store shelves aren't going to get stocked. It's going to be difficult to just manage through every day.
Nick Vyas is an expert on the global supply chain.
Would you say that this is the biggest economic interruption that we have seen in our lifetimes?
I think when the dust settles, we will look back, and this will probably be one of the major catastrophic event.
But economists seem to agree there will be a recovery, a distant hope brought nearer by the latest Instagram update from Hollywood's most relatable man, Tom Hanks, still in isolation after contracting the virus in Australia. Hanks encouraging fans to take the advice of experts and take care of themselves, and in a wink to his hit movie, A League of Their Own, reminding folks there's no crying in baseball.
That from Tom Hanks today. Matt Gutman joins us live tonight. And Matt, we wanted to get back to that graphic you and I showed earlier this week that really drove home why officials are trying to slow this down, why the president declared a national emergency today. Many health officials say the U.S. needs to do everything it can to flatten the curve, as they say. You see the dotted line there across the middle. That's what hospitals can handle. And if we don't slow it down, the red there shows the need spiking well above what hospitals can actually handle. The thought being if we slow it down, perhaps we'll be able to keep it within what our healthcare community can actually handle. But Matt, I wanted to ask you tonight if there's a run on supplies, because people have seen those empty store shelves across this country. If there's a disruption in the supply chain, are there things governments can do to actually help?
And we're already starting to see some of those actions, David. The federal government and state officials tell me that these are already happening. National Guard deployed in New York. The governor of California issuing an executive order essentially allowing him to commandeer private property. And federal officials tell me that it's in their pandemic plan to deploy the military to prevent the supply chain and infrastructure from being interrupted.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.